Raj.
Yep.
Go ahead.
On the statement of intent of the president regarding India as a permanent member, the U.S. is not the only major country that's come out in favor of that. Others have as well, but he's the first president who has said that. But this was even said in the context that this is a process that has to be worked out both within the administration and negotiations with the UN and with other countries. So this is not something that's going to immediately happen. It's an expression of intent, to be quite frank.
But it was an important symbolic gesture.
Yes, it was an important symbolic gesture for many Indians that, in fact, this administration wants to continue sort of the level of strategic relationship that the previous administration had. And it had to do one of two things to do so, let's be quite frank. This was one, and the other one was also done, and that was lifting the entity restriction on the space organization and DRDO, which is the defense organization, which was in fact lifted. And that also helps U.S. industry, part of the jobs intent, that there's now will be more cooperation leading to jobs. So those two things are both done.
So you're saying that the emphasis for the Obama administration was more the economic and trade aspect of it.
Absolutely.
But you know, at the same time, Daniel, I want to come to you on this. At the same time, as we heard from Pakistan, there's a very sensitive issue here, and that is the issue of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and that region. The Obama administration has made it a clear priority to make sure that the war in Afghanistan is something that they can get a grasp of before 2011, when they're supposed to come out. How does the Obama administration go about balancing its strategic interests in that region, with Pakistan being the major player there, and its overtures to India, which obviously, as we heard from Islamabad, have certain repercussions there in Pakistan as well?
Well, if you'll note, President Obama on Afghanistan has tried to make it clear, at least to the Indian audience, that the United States understands India's concerns with respect to terrorism that has been based from Afghanistan in the past. It understands that the question of Afghanistan in the Indian mind is not simply one of Al-Qaeda or 9/11, but one of continuing regional stability or lack of regional stability. And he suggested that the United States and India share complementary interests with respect to the long-term stability of Afghanistan. Now, the challenge here is that not all of that is entirely consistent with the administration's desire to begin to draw down its military forces in Afghanistan, assuming that we continue to see setbacks and frustrations inside of Afghanistan. It's not clear that the United States can accomplish both the goal of serving what are, I think, broadly complementary U.S. and Indian strategic interests in Afghanistan and reduce U.S. forces on a reasonably aggressive timetable starting next summer. It's possible that those things simply don't add up.
Right, and